7 years ago, I came to the UK with my mom and my two brothers for a better life, hoping that everything would be okay. My mum was working, life was really tough, and because of that I felt like being here became worse than the life that I had back home. The relationship at home between me and my brother became hell. We used to constantly fight, to the point that I would be bleeding, and because the situation was so bad I would run away from home. Running away from home became a habit. It became something that I knew how to do to run away from my problems, and because of that I started to have a different personality. I started piecing myself, I started going out with my friend, I started raving, seeking attention for boys just so that I can be loved. The love that I didn't have at home, this is what I was seeking for. My piecing became like an addiction. I would piece myself to satisfy my need, because every time I had a new piecing, I felt good, I felt happy, I felt loved, because my flesh seeked for that happiness that I wasn't finding at home. Later on, the relationship with my mum also got affected. I started to hate her. I wish she could die, because it felt like she didn't care about me. I had that anger against her for all the things that I was going through. I kind of blamed it on her, because in my mind as a young girl I felt like if my dad was here things would be different. But her intention back then was to help us, for us to have a better future. But because I was only 16, I didn't understand why she was doing that, and I blamed her for everything that I was going through. There's a friend of mine that invited me to the help center, and because I had these views about churches, I decided not to go. But every time she would invite me, if it meant that I would have a reason, an excuse why I couldn't stay over at her house, because I knew the next day she would be at church, I decided not to be with her. And one day she came to pay me a visit, because I was at home laying on the floor, and she hadn't seen me for about 2 weeks. And she invited me again to come to the health center, and that day I thought, why not go? I ain't got anything to lose. My prayer, though, I said I didn't believe in God anymore, but my prayer was like, if God really exists, then I want my life to change. If God really exists, then I want things to be different, because I can't live a life like this. And, if God really exists, He has to do something for me. And the same day I stepped in the help center, I felt such a peace, such a joy in my heart. Until today, I cannot describe that joy. I felt loved in the help center. No one judged me. No one looked at me in a different way because of the way I was dressed, the way I spoke, all the piecing that I had. That's how I came to the help center, but no one judged me. And from then, my life started to change. I would attend the meeting on Fridays. I attend the meeting on Sundays for strength. And I don't regret coming to the help center. I don't regret, accepting the invitation that I had. That was my life story. Today I'm completely different, and I do have a brighter future ahead of me.